Hello, this is Mandi Sabrin. Thank you so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. I hope this practice finds you feeling happy and healthy. Today we're going to do a restorative deep stretch yoga class, which I hope will help you to reset, recharge, and get ready for the week ahead. So sitting up nice and tall. This is Sammy. She's my little Yoshan puppy. And she likes to join me in yoga sometimes, which can be sort of distracting. So we will see how this goes and do our very best. So thank you for joining me. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Maybe gently closing your eyes. And let's start focusing and going within and just checking in. How are you feeling today? Checking in with your emotions. No judgment. Just feeling our energy begin to settle. Our breath begin to slow. Noticing any areas of tension you may be holding in the body. Again, no judgment. Just recognizing where you're at currently with acceptance. Coming into the present moment, recognizing that's really the only moment that we actually have. Letting go of the story of our life. And just focusing in on your breath. Feeling the rising and the falling as you inhale and exhale. Noticing your breathing, noticing any tension in the flow of your breath. Again, no judgment. Just noticing where you're at with acceptance. Sitting up nice and tall, let's take off the roll of the shoulders, a few rolls of the shoulders up and back, bringing your shoulders down away from the spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And begin breathing in through the nose, long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose. And let's bring that breath all the way down into the belly, filling the belly like a balloon. And exhaling out of the mouth. And one more time. Bring the air all the way down. Down, down into the belly, filling the belly like a balloon. And on the exhale, nice and audible. Feeling the navel being sucked up to the back of the spine as all of the air leaves the body. And one more time. And begin slowly inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And feeling our energy calm. And gently opening your eyes to the room. Sitting up once again nice and tall through the spine, but yet keeping the spine nice and relaxed. Bringing our awareness to the sitting bones, to the places in the body making contact with the earth beneath. And we'll begin a gentle warm up. Let's take our gaze to the right, back to center, and to the left, and back to center, and to the right once again, and back to center, and to the left, and back to center. Let's bring the arms up, reaching the arms up to the sky, and take our gaze slowly and carefully, bringing the chin towards the sky, taking our gaze towards the sky, and slowly bringing the head back to neutral, and taking the left hand to the right knee and bringing the right arm back behind, sitting up nice and tall and taking the gaze over the right shoulder, feeling a nice twist. And release head, neck, and shoulders, and reaching up nice and tall, and bringing the right hand to the left knee, reaching back with the left hand, sitting up nice and tall and straight in the spine, and taking your gaze over the left shoulder. And releasing head, neck, shoulders, and coming back to a seat. Now we're going to begin warming up our spine. So let's come to a tabletop position. We're going to stack wrists beneath shoulders, stack our knees beneath our hips, and keeping a nice, strong, straight back, and slowly beginning with the tailbone, dropping the belly towards the earth, reaching up, pressing through the hands, reaching the chin, elongating the spine. And again, beginning with the tailbone, begin rounding the spine, reaching up into cat. Pressing through all 10 fingers, spreading out the back and feeling the stretch in your shoulders. And on the inhale, once again, dropping the belly, arching the back for cow. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow here, warming up your spine, whatever feels good to you here. Taking breath to movement. And when you're ready, coming back to a neutral spine. And let's take our big
Slowly sitting back onto your feet.
back onto your heel. And slowly walking forward with the hands, bringing the chest to the mat and the forehead to the mat. Let's take a few long, slow, deep breaths here. And feeling the stretch up through the shoulders, feeling the hips opening. And taking one more breath here. And slowly and carefully walking the hands back towards your body. And slowly rising up to a seat. And we're going to come back up into tabletop and bringing our knees back stacked beneath our hips. We're just going to take some movements here in tabletop that feel good. Let's move back and then over to the right and coming forward and to the left. Just stretching the body, going in clockwise direction, and then coming back to neutral. Now let's go the opposite direction, going counterclockwise, going left to the back, to the right, to the front, to the left, to the back, to the right, to the front. Coming back once more to a neutral spine. Let's take our toes to touch once more. Once more, bringing the knees out wide, setting back on the heels, and coming forward to another extended child's pose. And bringing the forehead to the mat and just melting. From extended child's pose, we're going to go ahead and thread the needle. So we're going to lift up slightly and taking our right arm, we're going to slide it palm up under the left shoulder, bringing our right shoulder to the mat. Bringing our right cheek to the mat and staying in extended child's pose. Reaching forward with the left hand and just feeling the stretch through the shoulder. And then bringing your left hand back towards the face, pressing up. Bringing the right arm out and coming back, taking the right arm out on the mat, reaching up with the left arm, threading the needle under the right shoulder, bringing the left shoulder to the mat, palm up, and bringing the left cheek down to the mat, and walking the right hand out. Take a few breaths here. And slowly bringing the right hand back towards the body, pressing up, and bringing the right arm out. And then we'll come back up to a tabletop once more. And we're going to come into a seat. So bringing our right leg up and forward, bringing our left leg up to cross, crossing our legs from behind, sitting up nice and tall and coming to a seat. Sammy looks like she needs a little attention here tonight, doesn't she? All right, so we're going to take our legs out nice and long in front. Hopefully she won't chew my toes completely off. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take the sole of our left foot and bringing it in and placing it on the inside of the right thigh. Take a shift of your hips just slightly, pointing your belly button over your right leg, engaging the toes of your right foot, pointing them nice to the sky. We're going to reach our arms up nice and tall and hinging forward at the hips. Nice and slow with a nice straight back. Just hinging forward over the right leg, over the right knee. And when your body says that's enough, we can allow our arms and hands to just fall to the mat on either side of the right leg. Maybe even bring the elbows down to the mat. Again, we have a nice straight back, but we're going to allow head, neck, and shoulders to just drop. Allowing gravity to take over. Just deepen the stretch naturally. And slowly walking the hands back, pressing up through the palms, coming up with a nice straight back. Coming back to neutral. We're going to switch legs. So take your left leg out long, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, engaging your left leg by pointing your toes actively to the sky. She might just take off with that blanket, and that's okay. Reaching up nice, tall, and hinging forward at the hips. Just feeling how far our body's going to allow us tonight, and allowing the arms and palms to just drop down to the mat, allowing head, neck, and shoulders. Just fall forward naturally. And continuing to breathe long, slow, deep breaths in and out the nose. Relaxing any tension in your neck and shoulders, releasing any tension in the jaw. And take a few more breaths here. And slowly walking your hands back, rising up. Coming up to a seat. Now let's take our soles of our feet to touch. This is bound angle or butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall and feeling nice and grounded through the sitting bones. Before we begin, let's give ourselves a little bit of special self-care here. So opening up the feet. Let's one at a time give ourselves a nice little foot massage here. Just rubbing the bottoms of your feet, each toe, ball of the foot, massaging the arch of the feet and even the heel. One foot and the other foot. A little bit of self-care. Bringing our feet together once again and just at a comfortable distance away from the body, but sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Let's hinge forward at the hips. You can grasp onto your ankles, maybe wrap your fingers around your toes. Whatever feels good to you here, and like before in our seated forward fold, let's taking a long straight spine and exhaling, hinging forward at the hips. You can bring your elbows to the inner insides of your knees here, the insides of your calves, and just gently pressing if that feels good for you here. Pressing the knees towards the earth and just allowing head, neck to just naturally drop forward. And exhaling all the air. Maybe even bringing the elbows down to the earth. Whatever feels good for you here for a nice restorative stretch. You can even stack your palms over your feet, or even coming out in front of your feet, depending on where your feet are. You can stack your fists one on top of each other and bring forehead to fists. Long, slow, deep breaths. Whatever works for you here. No stress, no strain. Just nice, restorative. I'm going to take a few moments here. And slowly walking your hands forward without really releasing from the pose. Let's reach our hands out nice, far forward as you can, feeling a nice stretch. Let's slowly walk our hands off to the right, feeling a nice stretch through the left side body. Just walking your hands slowly and feeling that stretch. And slowly walking the hands back to center. Taking a breath here. And then slowly walking the hands off to the left. Feeling that stretch through the right side body. And once again, walking the hands slowly back to center. And taking another breath here. Maybe resting your forehead on your toes. And slowly walking the hands back. Coming up. Nice and tall in your back. And slowly and carefully releasing the knees. Placing your feet on the mat with your knees bent. We're going to slowly and carefully coming back, 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 down, all the way to your back. Take a roll of the shoulders down, away from the ears. Let's slowly bring our knees up, bringing our knees to the chest. Wrapping our arms around the knees and giving your body a nice hug. Maybe rock back and forth, side to side. Allowing the neck to relax and a head to rest on the mat. And releasing the knees to up to a 90-degree angle and bringing the arms out wide to a T. Let's take our knees to a supine twist. So dropping the knees off to one side. And maybe taking your hand and lightly resting it on the outside of the knee. And taking your gaze over to the opposite shoulder. And releasing your hand, bringing knees back to neutral and dropping them off to the opposite side. Bringing the palm of your hand to the top of the knee, elongate that stretch. Taking your gaze over the left side, the opposite shoulder of your knees. And taking one more breath here. Releasing the hand and bringing knees back to center. And we'll do happy baby. So bring the toes up, opening the knees out wide and grasping with your hands either around the ankle, maybe the outsides of your feet, maybe the insides of your feet, maybe taking peace fingers and wrapping them around your big toes. And just gently rocking back and forth. Feeling the length of your spine grounding into the mat. Opening up the hips, feeling the stretch through the thighs and the hips. Preparing for our final resting pose of Savasana. And releasing the fingers. And releasing your legs out nice and long on the mat. Allowing your feet to fall open. Palms up for energy. Palms down for grounding. And now just releasing any control you have over your breathing. Allowing your breathing to just return to its natural rhythm. Maybe take a roll of the shoulders down, back, away from the ear. And just taking a note of our breath. Noticing where we're at. And once again, releasing any tension. or feeling in the body. I encourage you to continue your savasana just as long as possible. Maybe even pause this video and return when you're ready to resume.